I want to follow a single US dollar and see where it actually lives, not in my wallet. Out there, in oil deals, shipping invoices, bank spreadsheets from London to Lagos. Because the dollar isn't just America's money, it's the world's operating system. Here's the trick. Most international trade is priced in dollars. Oil, wheat, semiconductors invoice stamped USD. So companies everywhere need dollars to pay bills, service debts, and stash savings. Where do they get them? Global banks, money markets, euro-dollar system. Dollar deposits outside the US banking system. It's like a shadow ocean of dollars sloshing around created by banks, not the US Mint. Why the dollar? Because it's liquid, trusted, and plugged into the deepest bond market on Earth, US Treasuries. That's the world's safe asset. In a storm, everyone runs there. That makes the dollar both a life raft and a rip current. When the world is calm, global credit expands in dollars. Banks lend, companies borrow, countries stack dollar debt. But when fear spikes, a pandemic, a war, a bank wobble, the scramble for dollars begins. Borrowers need to roll over dollar loans. Importers need to pay dollar invoices. Investors sell risky stuff and rush into dollars. The dollar jumps, and a stronger dollar squeezes the very people who borrowed in dollars but earn in local currency. Their debt gets heavier overnight. Enter the US Federal Reserve. In 2008, the world's plumbing froze. Banks couldn't get dollars. The Fed opened swap lines with major central banks, basically lending dollars against foreign currency. It did it again in 2020, turning the fire hose on so the global system didn't choke. That's the quiet truth. The Fed isn't just America's lender of last resort, it's the world's. But there's a twist. US policy made at home ricochets globally. When the Fed hikes rates to fight inflation, dollars get pricier. Money rushes into US assets for higher yield, draining capital from emerging markets. Imports get costlier abroad. Governments burn reserves to defend currencies. Some crack. 1997 Asian crisis, 2013's taper tantrum, 2022 dollar surge that stressed dozens of countries. So is this an American superpower or a global bug? Both. The US benefits, cheaper borrowing, enormous demand for treasuries, and leverage in sanctions. But it also inherits responsibility to stabilize the system it anchors. That's the Triffin-style dilemma. The world needs more safe dollar assets, but pumping them out can inflate risks. Will something replace the dollar? Not fast. You'd need a currency with deep, open markets, rule of law, and a crisis-ready central bank willing to lend to the world. The euro is cautious. The yuan isn't fully open. Crypto isn't big or stable enough. For now, everyone still reaches for the same life raft. Follow the money, and you find this pattern. Global growth runs on dollars. Crises happen when dollar funding tightens. And the US, especially the Fed, becomes the firefighter, even when the fire starts far from home. Understanding that helps decode headlines, rate hikes, swap lines, reserve moves, debt stress. It's not just finance jargon.